run it back, run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted, want it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That shit. Watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking off. Fight. Promise you if anybody can, homie, I can. The right man, baby, I'm my own hype man. Yeah. Run it back, run it back, run it back, and run it back, run it, ooh, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. About to snap, take a photograph. Run it back, make it to the friends. Run it back when I told it right. I'll be back, make another back. Ultra, ultra, ultra fast. I ain't with the boat to dash. Run it back, I'm running back. Face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. Bobby act and run it back. You see how I act, nothing I lack. Feel it like a fatal heart attack. I die for that. I don't stress about it. I think less without it. I'm a cut at anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key. Running back, let me have it back. I'm a cut at anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key.
Yes, like that, like that, like that. Told her might be right back, right back, right back. Oh yes, like that, like that, like that. I told her might be right back, right back, right back.
Run it back, run it back. Told him put the money in the bag. Double that. Run it back, run it back. Told him put the money in the bag. Double that, double that.
Run it back, run it back.
Run it, run it, run it back, run it back, run it, run it, run it back, run it back, run it, run it, run it back, run it back.
Run it back, 100 stack in the truck with his fire tag. Pump the gas, run into the dude. Pass, I'm done with that. But if I need to, then I'm coming back. Yeah, that's a fact.
Run it back, run it back, run it, run it, run it back, run it back, run it, run it back, run it back, run it, run it, run it back, run it back. Run it back, I got the devil in my eye, doing guard work. I got the devil in my eye, doing guard work. I got the devil in my eye, doing guard work. I got the devil in my eye.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium.
Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Carolina Panthers.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Hey, going out right here. Go.
Now here's the former Panther. Had some great years with him. It's Christian McCaffrey.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
You look at this Carolina defense.
Well, this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1. Looking for a big game today.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 7.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Sims. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board. They're able to avoid that 3 and out.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converted on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sims. And he tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
They snap it to Fields.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Thielen going to go in motion right.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This defense for the Niners, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Off the play fake, Young.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. You look at this Niner defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Panthers did a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here we go.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Ready?
Another run with Sanders.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners 33.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, they'll run with Sanders. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Red cycle. Hut, hut.
They'll try to throw now. Young. And that's going to be incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Back to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40.
Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Okay.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Hut.
They go play action. Young. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Here's Aaron Siposs out now to punt on 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing now early to try and get things done later.
We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully,
that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Off play action. Fields
rolling to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, held back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
now a 2nd and 10.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here's Fields.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Here we go, set. 43 rail. Cut.
They start on the ground here. It's Sanders. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Young off the play fake. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here we go.
This 2nd and 4.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. Powering his way forward. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Field's going to change things up here. Again, McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Niners post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Jake Moody now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Niners 7, Panthers nothing.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense. Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Smash, smash. Blue, go. Fury, yellow.
Young to throw it. It got his man complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Young. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Fight 60. Black shot. Ready?
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. Oh, what a move. And he is tackled inside the 49 to the 35. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. It doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Escaping the pressure right. And stacked a few yards shy of the goal line with 3. Chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Young here, you can see changing the play.
Ready?
Sanders is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Now the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Flush to his right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Drill 52. Slide 2. Cut.
Second down, Young. The Sanders has got it complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
Call that one for me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
And now they're in the hurry up. It's Young off play action. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To throw, Young. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now here's Young. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. You good?
Now it's Fields. And his throw here is incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion for us there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. They'll get 7 yards there on the keeper, but still 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. How about that for a call? Leading in the 2nd half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far, because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd down, Young. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Young from the shotgun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Young, he's going to change it up.
560. Ready?
They'll run with Sanders. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for two.
10 cycles. Set.
They'll turn to Sanders.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for two. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
On first down, it's Fields.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
Fields pass. Intercepted. The Panthers take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Blue striker. Hut, hut.
Following the interception, Young. They'll roll him out right.
Oh, Young loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And that ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them.
As Sanders has it poked free.
Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, and when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
2nd and 9.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Now Fields.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Here we go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on.
Touchdown 49ers! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Fields trying to throw for it.
And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about.
Okay, so the penalty on the outside for illegal touching, and they'll have to come back and try it again.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29.
Ready, break. Ready.
Now a 1st down throw for Young. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Here's Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
White, white. Red, yellow. Hut, hut.
Now Young. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Meanwhile, here a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Fields changing the play.
On play action, they'll throw.
And it's incomplete. Oh, it would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. And he gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave it with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
And now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Here's Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
So here we go. It's Jake Moody now in a big spot.
This will get the lead up to 7. And his kick here is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position. But it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that...
There he goes, left side!
And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
Touchdown, Carolina! Adam Thielen with career touchdown number 70. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Able to avoid him at the 40.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And it's picked up by the big man. Get the oxygen tank ready.
He may go.
And in for the score. decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it on past the 30.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
On the set.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina.
Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.